Ladies and gentlemen, this RedGamer.com video, we're going to be taking a look at Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 4, as you probably guessed from the video's title. I will point out right off the bat that we are recording 1080p 60, so please do make sure, if you do want, of course, the best quality and your system can handle it, that you are playing at the correct resolution and frame rate. So, you probably recognise, I've got to admit, that's one thing that does annoy me, is your squad do push into you without kind of any rhyme or reason. That does slightly annoy me. But aside from that, what are my thoughts on the game? I've actually already played through this a couple of times in my own kind of spare time, but I'm replaying it from the beginning so that I don't spoil any storyline for you guys, and that's why I've got subtitles on as well, if you like to view them. I've got all of the graphics in the game, all of the gamma and all of that stuff as default. So we're going to be basically starting out from the beginning. I'm not going to be so much focused on like pushing forward the story. We're instead going to be just talking about what I think so far, what I think of the graphics, the gameplay and all of that. You can definitely tell that the frame rate is solid for the most part. I've not run frame rate tests yet, probably doing them at some point, but it does feel quite damn smooth. One can also see that, for the most part, the graphics are really impressive. Particle effects and so on are solid. I mean, there's a pretty good diversity of textures as well. It's not like this clone brush all the time. It actually looks quite nice for the most part. I mean, look at this huge-ass walker that's going to be kind of going past us in a second. You can see that there are a few low-resolution textures here or there. You know, maybe it could be slightly better. But overall, quite damn nice in my personal opinion. That will basically highlight any targets in the area, which is quite nice in my personal opinion anyway. So if you're not quite sure where they are, you can just utilize that. You can also use that grenade, which you've probably seen that before. It will basically lock on to enemies and then kind of target them and blow them up for you, which is always handy and always appreciated. I always like things that blow things up for me. As I said, highlights targets, so you can use that to basically shoot, get kind of an angle on where enemies are and that type of thing. It's quite handy, in my personal opinion. Now, I will be trying to show you guys some of the gameplay mechanics. This guy is getting upset, but what we can do is actually grab this and use it as kind of like a shield, if you will. It's actually quite handy. It's actually quite effective as well. Right. Right, we don't need that anymore, but let's get in the turret section. Mandatory, don't you know, on these games. Now, I jest, but it actually works quite well. The basic idea here, of course, is just take out these dudes. Well, at least hold them off. We're waiting for the EMP to charge up so that we can basically fry them. It shouldn't take too long. Okay. EMP is at 50%. That pleases me. That's 50% more. Alright. Excellent. Simple. So now we've actually got a few seconds. We're kind of in a nice area as well. See that the graphics are pretty impressive, really. I mean, see the large variety of different buildings, and some of them as well. Just to highlight, you can actually highlight. Oh, sorry, jump into different buildings. Sorry guys, I was just struggling to turn off my phone there. You can actually double jump quite high as well, which is quite a nice little touch. I completely forgot to mute my phone, I apologise. Anyway, we are going to be following our little dude, and we are going to be getting into more trouble in just a moment. Okay, cool. So even the lobbies, there's quite a lot of different buildings you can get into, and by the way, it's actually quite a nice little touch. You can, just for a second, you can't whore it, but you can actually use a boost to basically blast yourself to the side. It's quite nice to, for the mobility's sake. Now there are a variety of different weapons on the game that you can just pick up, of course, from the enemies, as you would expect, pretty stereotypical from Call of Duty games. Come on, stick your head out, I promise not to shoot you much. Actually, let's test out a different weapon. Yeah, there we go. So health is regenerating as normal. Most of the stuff is pretty obvious, but I am pointing out anyway, just for the sake of clarity, if nothing else. No, you stop. No, there we go. Play dead. Let's work on this guy's leg a little bit, and this guy in the balls. Because fuck his happiness, quite frankly. Okay, cool. So as I said, so far I'm actually really liking the basic gameplay. It feels quite solid to play. Graphically, it looks really impressive. I wouldn't exactly go as far as to say it's the best looking game that I've ever played in my life, but it's certainly up there for consoles. Now, what's really handy as well, let's test out this grenade right here. See that it will indeed kind of just automatically lock onto our enemy, which is quite nice. I just want to take these guys out and then we can push forward a little. I need to be careful, we don't want to be careless for no reason, that's just being silly. Right, I figure I'm going to try and get some height on this one. Yes, quite handy. Oh, that'll do very nicely, good sir. Alright, excellent. So what I like about the whole tactical pack so far is that it does actually encourage and enable you to do some really cool stuff. And you actually get quite a bit of height on it. Alright. For the most part, as I said, the post-process FX8A does do a fairly reasonable job. But you can see that there is a little bit of ugliness there. It's not awful, but it does... Apparently this dude's acting a little bit weird as well. That's new. Is he still running on the spot? Yes, he is. He's acting a bit odd. Alright. Okay, cool. So, oh, I forgot to mention there is actually a day one patch for this that does get downloaded pretty much as soon as you install the game. It's like, I don't know what the Xbox One version is, but the PS4 so far has been 150-ish megs. 130, 150, something along those lines. It's not particularly massive. I'm assuming the X1 version should be probably very similar. I have to say though, it looks quite nice, at least in my opinion anyway. I actually quite like the modern aspect, well, not the futuristic, I suppose would be more accurate aspects of the game. I think it's spiced it up a little bit. And I think Sledgehammer have done a really good job so far. That's my opinion, of course. Now, obviously, Call of Duty does get some criticism. I haven't tried the online yet. I will be quite soon. But so far, I'm quite liking it. Oh, and the game does support actually a local co-op. I've not tried it yet. I need a victim to do that with. I'm probably going to call another RGTer around, and we can try that out. Alright, that could be kind of useful. But I think I'm going to stick with what I've got, to be honest. Let's try out different weapons, of course. Ow. Okay, a lot of them is the answer of how many bad guys there are. You can see that your squad, for the most part, are not that useless, which is quite nice because I absolutely suck on joypad, to be totally honest. I'm not the greatest at Call of Duty anyway. But, you know, not bad. Not bad at all. The frame rate definitely lends itself to the controls, though. It definitely feels that much nicer. I'm just trying to show you guys like the textures and stuff. You can see that they look quite nice up close. You can definitely make out what the hell they're supposed to be, which is quite nice indeed. You can read the signs, for example. So far the actual textual quality and so on is actually really impressive. And particle effects also.
Check fire! ID yourselves. Atlas PMC Rescue Force. Transporting a prisoner. How's the weather south side? It's a fucking mess. Everyone's taking the east tunnel out. Copy that. Let's move. On me.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that there's some oddity on the FXAA when you start dealing with certain surfaces, but once again, that's being very pernickety, to be honest, and it's also kind of unfair. The game does do like the best it can. I don't think they're friends, I'm not sure. They don't look friendly. No, they're definitely not friendly. I can tell by the way they're shooting at me. Come on, team. Shoot him. Alright, I'm going to wait and see what they do. Let's try and hang back a little bit and see how my team handle it, just out of curiosity. We got one dude up there, I think. He doesn't look very nice. Alright. Your team do kind of hang back. Alright, let's just... I'm not going to be too aggressive. I'm going to hang back some and just watch my team and see, kind of get a bit of a handle on the AI. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but I'm just more curiosity just for a second. Let's actually throw a grenade as well. Just see what the grenade does. Oh, apparently he's a very unlucky fellow. Ow! He didn't do too well either. Alright, he's throwing some grenades now. That's nice. Alright, well, let's head on up. We could jump up there, but I kind of don't want to take that risk because I have a feeling bad things would happen if I just decided to run up. I think it's better to be a bit cautious. Yeah, because otherwise I'd had all these guys just wanting to say hi, howdy doody to me, which would be less than optimal. I am playing on default difficulty just so we're all on the same page. Hello. There we go. Just wanted to try the melee more than anything. Almost got me killed, but it was worth it, I maintain. Ow. Holy crap, there was a lot of those guys. Okay, cool. Right, we're heading on up. We are going to be murdering more people quite handily, I feel. That didn't really give us the view that I was hoping for, but still. We do obviously have an objective marker, so let's follow that, shall we? Okay, we also have them across the road, apparently. And we also do not have any grenades, which is not optimal. Apparently this guy's doing a little bit of a dance there. Ow. Pro tip, my friends, do not jump in front of me. It doesn't help us. There we go. Oh god, that was an RPG. That could have been very bad. Can we get in there? I'm just curious. Can we get in there? No, not quite. It doesn't let us. Just curious more than anything. Do-do-do. Quite nice, right? Alright. So far, standard weapon design. Obviously, you just press triangle to switch. If you've played any Call of Duties before, aside from the jump pack stuff and you know, normal movement thing, which I've already showed you anyway, that one, you just hold L3 and then just tap right, so it's kind of like you're pressing towards the right, and it all works quite well, in my personal opinion. Alright, let's scope the area, shall we?
Demo team should be nearby. Over there. The KIA. Okay. I see the explosive box. We still do this.
Sir, we aren't a demolitions team.
We're not.
Alright, you can see there's a bit of oddity when it comes to that.
I'll get the
I
charges.
don't know if that looks quite right. It looks like a bit too heavy
Yeah.
on the blurry there.
Okay. Mitchell, you're with Ives. We'll cover your movement. Let's do it.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, actually not shooting through the window. Apparently in the future they use bulletproof glass. Good to know. Either that or my aim really did suck, but I don't think it did. I don't think it sucked that badly anyway. Let's be a bit cautious here. Okay, we got some friends up there. Cool. Not too bad. Okay, we got one friend that's still alive, but I'm sure we can rectify that. He doesn't like living, I'm sure. I'm sure he'd much prefer... Oh, no, never mind.
Time charges. Grab him.
Right, let's just give you a few smacks. No. Just, no. There you go. Right, let's grab these guys' satchels.
Well, that launcher is heavily armored. We're gonna have to find an access panel and plant the charges inside. Copy that, sir.
What the hell does this do?
On me. Okay. Let's make sure these men didn't die for nothing.
Oh god, that could be unpleasant. Working your ankle a little bit. Ooh! I give him a 5 for that.
What's your status? Demo team is KIA. We're attempting to complete the mission ourselves.
Okay, I'm following you, dude. Oh god, that ain't good. Okay, I figure I'm just gonna go back here for a second. Okay, that's got the longest reload animation in the history of the universe. Alright, let's just kind of stay in cover for a second, shall we? Okay, that's not really doing too much damage. Alright, let's reload all of our weapons. I figure that's the best option. Because this thing is getting shredded to shit. And that's the technical term, by the way. Cool, that's one. Not quite sure if there's a better place to stand. I'm probably going to guess not. Oh, we do actually have a grenade or two. Alright, let's make use of those, shall we? Ooh. I think I'm just going to stand here for a second, dude, and let my manly chest regenerate me. Alright. That wasn't too bad, I guess. Okay, I was kind of expecting it to be someone else.
Mitchell, over here.
There you go.
Give me a charge.
I just give you a supercharge.
Time to second. Ah! Ah! Oh, shit. Damn, I think my arm's broke.
I'm sure it's fine.
Pull. Shit. Don't worry about that timer. One more time. Pull.
One more team, Carl.
Lift it off. Gotta go now.
I've got a jetpack. When does it matter when we go?
Now. It's okay. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh, I guess there was kind of like a time constraint. Ow. Oh, that was pleasant. Can I become a bionic man now? We have the technology to rebuild him. Oh. You left something of mine back there. Can you go get that, please? Alright. We have upgrades. Alright, let's click on that. Alright, and upgrade points. Yes, we kind of get that. We can upgrade recoil, reload, lethal grenade. I don't know about you, but I like the sound of lethal grenades. Those non-lethal grenades are not so good. Alright, we got 2 upgrade points. What's the resistance do? Explosive damage, lethal grenade capacity, sprint time, exo uses, reload speed, weapon kick, flinch when shot. That is quite annoying. I will give it to you. Detection and increase health by 10%. Okay, so we need to... Resistance is unlocked. Required to unlock this upgrade. So basically, if we want to go with that, you need recoil. Okay, so I guess let's get one of those. And let's get one of those. Sounds good to me, right? Alright. So, theoretically we should take less damage, which is pro. Alright, I'm gonna leave the loading screens in, just so you can get an idea of what it's like. I might take it out, depends. Depends how lengthy they are. Holy crap, that's a lot of dudes.
But death comes for us all. Eventually. When you lose over 6,000 men in 4 hours, it's easy for one death to become just another number.
It's like 1,500 an hour. Bloody hell.
Friend was gone, and a part of me wished I had been taken instead. The dead, they've settled their debts. It's up to the living to pick up the tab.
So it is time to say farewell to Private William Robert Irons. A man I had the privilege and honor to have under my command.
Okay, apparently I'm becoming bionic man at this point.
Proportion to his impact on the lives of others. By this standard, Private Irons ranks among one of our very best.
Right. Well, this is Jerry. Atlas. Arlington. Specialist Riot Shield, Overdrive, and Stim.
He leaves behind family, friends,
Okay, we can't move yet.
and a grateful nation.
Huh. Interesting.
Sorry, Mitchell. Will was one of our best. If you ever need a...
Excuse me, Private Mitchell. I'm Jonathan Irons. I'm Will's father.
Mr. Irons, I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sure you are, Sergeant. Private Mitchell, you were Will's best friend. You both paid too high a price for your life.
An unfortunate tragedy, sir.
It was more than unfortunate, Sergeant. It was unnecessary. Son, I want to offer you a second chance.
Mr. Irons, Mitchell's been discharged with his injuries.
I'm aware of his injuries, Sergeant. In Atlas, we have prosthetics that are 20 years beyond anything military. Will told you what kind of soldier you were. You deserve to fight for a military that's as effective as you. Think about it. Don't let Will's death.
That's actually pretty cool for a greeting card.
Sergeant.
Oh, sorry, business card. Ah! I'm guessing this is now.
Okay, everyone knows what to do this time. Get into position.
Okay, cool. So we had the preload and now we are now. We got standard weaponry layout. It is now. It is dark. Become frightened.
Two on the terrace. Check that. 3.
Goody. Goody, goody, drops. Do you want to say how I'm supposed to drop them? Do you want me to do it stealthily? Don't you really care? Can I throw a grenade? Okay, I'll throw a grenade then. It is now stealthily!
Drop.
Well, you didn't say whether I was supposed to... Well, yeah. I kind of guessed that you didn't want me to do it loudly, but you didn't specify, so, you know. For some reason, they're alerted, however, to my presence. I'm guessing it was the loud explosion that did it. Ow. They are shooting at me, which is not very fair, really. I have to say, I absolutely love those grenades more than you can possibly imagine. So far, this reminds me of Counter-Strike level. I can't think which one, but it reminds me of one. Anything good in the fridge? So I'm hungry, man. No. Can't get anything. I was hoping for a post or pre-mission snack, if you will. That is cool.
Stack up at the door. We'll do this quiet. Get that mute charge ready.
That mute charge, though.
Go clear. Mr. President, we're an Atlas rescue force. Can you authenticate? Okay, please keep your head down and stay close.
Huh. Poor guy, just walking out of the toilet. That's got to be one of the most used things, though, from films. Oh, we've still got the jetpack. Interesting.
We're detecting drones on the back patio.
Let them pass.
I detected a target.
Multiple hostiles by the pool. Drop.
Well, that was one way to do it, I suppose. Son! You fix that arm. That is pretty cool. Okay, we don't have to toggle on all the weapons. You know what? I'm gonna try something on this guy. Tenderized him quite a bit, but I wanted to really smack him. Some people just need to be smacked. Some people have faces that just require punching. This is like a well-known fact, by the way. Hey! Someone stole my weapon. I just saw a weapon on the floor. You can give me that. Yeah, that's better. Play just a couple more minutes, and I figure we'll be good. I'll hold. Okay.
Don't engage. Just let them pass.
I'll let them pass. Okay. But they look so shootable, in my defense. Well, at least shoot one of them, please. Oh, okay, we can run now. You have no idea how tempted I was to put a bullet in one of them.
Transport is coming in hot. ETA 1 mic. We're gonna have to wait until our rivals. Hold 'em on!
God damn it. What the hell? Press right when wounded. Okay, good to know.
Atlas 01, exfil is on approach. Pop and smoke. There's our ride! Mitchell, get the president inside!
Hold square to open. I shall hold square to open. Really?
Sloppy, Mitchell. You're a dead man. Reset! No excuse for equipment failure. Best weapon you have is the one between your ears. Use it.
Oh, that sucked. Anyway, guys, I think that's a good place to call the video. So, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and it gives you an idea of what the title's like. And I shall see you soon. So, take care, and bye for now.